Hi, I'm Noel Williams from MacroView. In this video, we're going to see how to improve the efficiency of a key business process, which is preparing documents and emails and PowerPoint presentations. We'll also see how you can improve the governance over the content within those presentations and how the generated documents and presentations can better comply with your corporate branding standards. This will show us a way to make your end users happier with SharePoint, which of course feeds through directly to better user adoption and increased yield from your investment in SharePoint. We'll be using a SharePoint add-on called MacroView Clause Bank. MacroView Clause Bank integrates Microsoft Office with SharePoint. By Office we mean Word, in order to make Word document preparation faster and safer, Outlook for faster, safer email preparation, and also PowerPoint for faster and safer preparation of presentations. Clause Bank uses SharePoint as a central store of reusable content. That's standard approved text, graphic, and slide content for use in documents and presentations. Clause Bank supports both SharePoint Online, Office 365, and also SharePoint on-premises. You'll see how with Clause Bank you can create a highly effective enterprise content management solution in minutes, and your users will love it. Let's see how these MacroView Clause Bank solutions look and feel to our end users. Let's imagine that we're from Wise Advisors and that we're preparing a proposal around streamlining document generation for a potential customer called Acme Limited. We've got the Wise Advisors proposal template open. Let's go to the Key Benefits area and from the Insert ribbon of Word, go to the Clause Bank group and click Clause. The Clause Bank dialog displays. Within the SharePoint Online Clause Bank, we can go to the Proposal Clauses area and drill down and choose MacroView Clause Bank. We see a number of reusable content items. As we click on each one of them, we see a formatted preview of that item. Here's a screenshot, and here the rest of them are pieces of text. Let's choose Easy to Maintain. We can do that by simply dragging and dropping. Easy to use looks good, so let's double-click to choose it as well. If we want, we can rearrange the order of the selected items by dragging and dropping. Now let's click OK. The two selected items are inserted at the cursor position. Note that the formatting of the selected items has been maintained and the numbering has worked accurately. Let's insert some material between these two clauses. Again, we click the Clause button. Clause Bank remembers where we were most recently located. This time we want to find any clause whose content contains the word time. Looks like there's only one that does, and here's the preview of it. Eliminating time wasted. That's great. Let's drag and drop to select that clause and insert it at that position. As we can see, the numbering has adjusted automatically and the graphic content within that clause has been retained successfully. Let's jump down to the next part of our proposal template and insert some CVs for staff we'd like to be involved in this proposed project. Managing CVs is an excellent use of Clause Bank. We go to the CV clauses area and note that the available CVs have been arranged into groups. Let's click the General area and preview the first of those CVs for Charles Gray. Looks good, so let's select Charles by dragging and dropping. John Burgess looks interesting. Great CV, but we note down here that John has special CVs available for architecture, construction, engineering, so we can go to that area and choose the correct CV for John. Again, we drag and drop, and now click to insert at the current cursor position. Our two CVs have been inserted, fully formatted, exactly as we selected them. Let's complete the generation of our proposal by going to the front page and inserting a logo for Acme Limited. This time we go to the Logo Clauses area and again note that available logos are arranged into groups. There are lots of logos, but Acme Limited is conveniently at the top of the list. Let's drag and drop to select it and click OK. MacroView Clause Bank has really helped us to streamline the preparation of our proposal about streamlining document generation. MacroView Clause Bank can also make the preparation of emails faster and safer. On the Insert ribbon of Outlook, let's use the Insert Clause button, and this time choose a different clause bank, the one on our on-premise SharePoint server. In the Client Services Email Clauses area, the external category contains an appropriate looking clause. Let's drag and drop to select it and click OK. The result is some appropriate text within our email cover letter. MacroView Clause Bank also works in Microsoft PowerPoint in order to make PowerPoint presentation preparation faster and safer. Here's our shell presentation. Let's use Insert Clause and go to the Pitch Slides area and choose the technical category. This item looks useful. In fact, there are 2 slides in this mini slide deck. Let's drag and drop to select that item and click OK. The 2 slides are inserted at the current cursor position. Here's our clause bank dialog again. You might note that the architecture item is not able to be dragged and dropped. The same thing applies to the email management and DM functionality items. These items are unavailable for selection because they have expired. Each content item in Clause Bank can have a responsible user and an update frequency specified for it. An update frequency could be, say, yearly. So once a year, Clause Bank will automatically alert the responsible user that their clause needs to be checked in case it is no longer up to date. Once the clause is updated, its expiry date is extended by a further year so that it can be selected by end users. This Clause Bank expiry mechanism prevents out-of-date content from being retrieved into presentations and emails and documents. We've seen how Clause Bank solutions look and feel. Now let's look at how easy those Clause Bank solutions are to maintain. Each Clause Bank is just a SharePoint site. This Clause Bank site on Office 365 SharePoint Online contains a number of different document libraries. If we right-click on one of those libraries, we can choose Open in Browser, whereupon we see that it is just a regular SharePoint library containing folders. If we drill down into those libraries, we see the documents, which have been appearing to us as clauses within that library. Remember the proposal clauses library we went to earlier? It has a 2-level folder structure. Within document generation, there are these 3 subfolders, and if we drill down to the Clause Bank folder, we see the clauses that appeared as items within that area of Clause Bank. As you can see, each content item is a mini document. A variety of different formats are supported: Word documents, PowerPoint presentations, various graphic formats, text files, and also HTMs. You can add new content items to the Clause Bank by saving documents or uploading files to folders within those document libraries. But to load a new content item from Word, it's even easier. You simply select the content for the new clause, and from the Clause Bank group in the Home ribbon of Word, choose New Clause. You then choose the destination area within the Clause Bank and assign a name for the new content item. Save. You'll then be prompted for metadata such as responsible user, update frequency, or description. Clicking Insert Clause, we then see our newly loaded content item. Let's take a look at the architecture of MacroView Clause Bank solutions. We've seen Clause Bank working in Word. It also installs as a plugin in Outlook and PowerPoint. We've seen how Clause Bank makes it easy to find and reuse content stored in SharePoint Online document libraries in order to streamline the preparation of documents and emails and presentations. We've also seen how easy it is to add new content to Clause Bank from Microsoft Word. The same thing is available in Microsoft PowerPoint. You can also implement MacroView Clause Bank with an on-premise SharePoint server, in which case you get additional facilities around automatic expiry of content and usage reports. In the last stage of our video, we'll see how easy it is to install and configure a new MacroView Clause Bank solution. It's a straightforward 6-step process. The first step is, within an existing site, create a document library whose title contains either clauses or slides. You can have multiple libraries if you wish. Step 2, create some folders in your document library. The taxonomy of content items displayed in your Clause Bank dialog will reflect that folder structure. The third step is to save some documents to those newly created folders. There's a wide range of file types that are supported. Each document will be a separate content item within your Clause Bank dialog. Step 4 is to download and install the MacroView Clause Bank software. It's a client-side only installation which is streamlined by running the supplied MSI. You then can activate your MacroView license, which you do using the MacroView licensing website running on Microsoft Azure. Then you can start using your new ClauseBank solution. Coming soon to ClauseBank are some very exciting new features, including the local caching of ClauseBank content so that you'll have great performance even when you do not have a good connection to the internet or to your SharePoint server. The content within that local cache will be synced in the background in a way that minimizes impact on other tasks. And not long later than that, we'll introduce fully offline operation so that you'll be able to find and retrieve ClauseBank content even when you are not connected at all. For more information about MacroView ClauseBank and how it uses SharePoint to streamline your document preparation, contact MacroView using these details.